Good day, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILEcast Weekly News Roundup on WestNile Television, where we give you the highlights of the news bulletins of the week. My name is Okumaringa Christine. Let's dive straight into the stories that made headlines throughout the week. Patients at Tara Health Center 3 decried what is termed as an indirect mistreatment by the health service providers in that facility, where patients are subjected to compulsory peeling of cassava before being discharged from the center. Esther Munduru Rose Grace, a midwife at Tara Health Center 3, dismissed the allegations by patients, stating that it's neither compulsory nor a mistreatment for them to first peel cassava before they are discharged from Tara Health Center 3. Osuta Yusuf and Dalasi Joan report.
Some patient attendants in Tara Health Center 3 in Tara Sub-County, Maracha East Constituency in Maracha District have decried what is termed as indirect mistreatment of health service seekers by the health service providers in that facility before they are finally discharged. Mrs. Angundeyo Lillian, who escorted a pregnant woman to deliver in the health facility, said some health workers are hostile towards patients and patient attendants.
Sazipini abakale bari bakokibaza sakiliria kokibaza sakiliria kibanti chafundi ataje amadevine yusuri beriara na sezibe semandi ina mane yanderikai irwa dezinga bamanye tirkusiboni amadukiri abakiri amaarea irwa mutuli akantina bani mpepinira kinako farasma alezu suete yarva ritichafundi akindini bakata preschool ani butanga redria idiadi aditanga mu adiro azako ya lebeba zola school kuti iyo manu su problem sita madiki adare.
She narrates that each and every caretaker who escorts patients, especially pregnant women, to deliver in the health center are first subjected to compulsory peeling of cassava before they are given birth cards and discharged from the facility. Mrs. Stella Asiwazuyo, a teacher from Tara Primary School who was admitted for delivery in the health center, says that it lacks mosquito nets. The doors and the window glasses of the health center are broken.
Net dia bisa maziki baki da teniten kaitida kaitida baite marana baite so takrole bamo I afakilati katen bisa maliati net kimate kimi facility maliati and onde kwa lerki salin malia iya tawni kitsi kwa malara resu sadle malara yoma ne onziru da.
An expectant mother, Mrs. Beatrice Oyero from Ondopiri village, expressed her displeasure with the attitude of the health workers at the health center 3. Esther Munduru Rose Grace, a midwife at the health center, dismissed the allegations by patients, stating that it is neither compulsory nor a mistreatment for them to first peel cassava before they are discharged from the health center.
Those are just attendants. They are helping. They are not harassed. Those are not even the patients themselves. Those who are patients, these women delivered last night. So those are the ones who are attending to them. And as of now, they're just waiting for what? For this. This cassava is just uprooted today, not daily. It is just today. There are just moments where they can, whatever, peel such a cassava. It's not a daily practice.
Osuta Yusuf and Dalasi Joan, WestNile Television.
And more in our stories. On Saturday, the 15th July 2023, Chief Stanley Ombidi III Kalokonga Panyumu was coronated into power in Panyumu Sub-County, Pakwach District. Chief Stanley Ombidi III, the new chief of Kalokonga Panyumu, appreciated and encouraged the people to always have the fear of God, with reference from the Bible in the book of Jonah, chapter 24, verse 14 to 16, so as to guide the people. Stanley Watum reports.
On Saturday, 15th July 2023, it was all jovial mode in Panimur Town Council, Pakwash District, as people gathered to witness the coronation of Chief Stanley Ombid III. The event started with the traditional coronation of the chief, then a holy mass led by the parish priest, Panimur Catholic Parish, Reverend Father Romshan Alfred, who gave a powerful preaching to the congregation. In his homily, he encouraged the people to emphasize peace and harmony in their daily lives by doing unto others what they wish to be done unto them in particular. In attendance was also the Secretary General of the National Unity Platform, Mr. David Lewis Rubongoya, who on behalf of the party president, Mr. Robert Senta Mushagulani, delivered a cash prize of Ugandan shillings 1 million and a cow.
I bring you greetings from my president, our president, Honorable Chagulani Senta Robert Obiora. He has also sent me to deliver this envelope which has 1 million shillings.
The LC5 Pakwash District Local Government, Mr. Omito Robertstein, encouraged the clan members to take seriously matters of education and asked the local government they will always be ready to give support to the chiefdom where necessary.
Makao mako district kumi mando mikubu support makumi bagamente dugola mukapwa district local government bibedu agonya mando kulu nekalma eni.
The RDC Pakwash District SRO poll applauded the locals for the cooperation they showed before and during the coronation, and the father pledged to work hand in hand with the chiefdom for its development.
I want to promise on behalf of central government and on behalf of President that we shall work together for the development of Pakwash District.
The woman MP Pakwash District Local Government, Honorable Avurjan Pashuto, who also represented the chief guest, encouraged the chief together with his cabinet members to work towards fighting the acts of homosexuality, as the law has been passed by the Parliament of Uganda. The Crown Chief had majorly word of appreciation, encouraging the people to always have fear of God, with reference from the Bible in the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verses 14 to 16, so as to guide the people. The chiefdom that is under Luo Kingdom started around the year 200 with Chief Luo as its first ruler. For over 20 years, the chiefdom was without its major chief, as it was being led by Charles Ombidi as the caretaker. Stanley Makaswatum, WestNile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. The general public have been asked to eliminate the late Professor Christine Drazor, the former Chancellor of Muni University, by taking on her legacy to the next level. This was during the public lecture organized by Muni University to honor her achievements as the first Chancellor of Muni University. Parish Majid reports.
The general public body have been asked to take on the mantle that was left behind by the former Chancellor of Muni University, the late Professor Christine Drazor, the first Chancellor of Muni University, who died in 2022. This call was made by Emeritus Luke Orombi, who replaced the late Professor Christine Drazor as the University Chancellor, as he asked the public of who will pick the mantle which was left behind by the late Professor.
My question is, same as our keynote speaker was, who is the next Professor Christine Drazor? Her legacy have been left behind. Who will pick the baton? Who will run with it? Who will do better than Professor Christine Drazor? Because it is possible. It is possible.
The memorial lecture took place on 15th July and was attended by the students, government officials, university staff, community members, clergy, among others, where exhibitions of different innovations which were displayed since the fallen professor cherished innovations. Susan Opok Tumusime, the Executive Director of Forum for Women Educationalists, who was also the keynote speaker, appealed to the public to honor values of the society.
The kind of culture that we have in Uganda, that people take their jobs, I just have a job, and I'll just get money, whether I work or I don't work. That wasn't the same Ranzoa professor. And that is the kind of attribute that I'm challenging and throwing out to us. Who are you in your work? How do you present yourself in your work? How do you handle the people that come to you? How do you do your work? Is it for the sake of doing it, or is it for the sake of service? Many of us go to work, are in our offices, we are not service leaders. We want to grab. That wasn't what Professor Granzoa was. And that is the kind of culture that we need to keep.
Moriko Kaduku, the State Minister for Primary Education who represented the First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, as the chief guest, promised to take on Professor Granzoa's legacy on behalf of the people of Moyo District, where the fallen professor hails from.
Finally, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to commit on behalf of people of Moyo to carry on the legacy, the dedicated legacy of Professor Christine with a focus on a girl child.
The late Professor Granzoa Christine will be remembered as the first female university chancellor in the country, a position she handled diligently till her time of death.
And more in our stories. The traders of Arua New Taxi Park premises, together with the leadership of the Arua New Taxi Park Traders Union, marched to the Arua Central Division offices to address the issues of irregularities pertaining to the exorbitant costs of rent brought about by the subcontracted landlords who claim to collect rent arrears and electricity challenges and lack of proper security at the taxi park premises. Take a look. Tenants of the new Arua City Taxi Park premises, with the leadership of the Arua Taxi Park Traders Union, marched to the offices of the Mayor Arua Central Division at Arua Central Division Headquarters Oli Division to express their displeasure, discuss and correct irregularities of issues pertaining to the subcontracting of landlords to collect rent and electricity arrears, the exorbitant costs of rent varying from different tenants, and the inadequate security at the new Arua City Taxi Park.
A house like this, these people are paying 300,000 to government. Now, to us, they charge us 700,000, others are 800,000. So the rent level is too much. And then again now, in the process, their contract doesn't allow them to let this house out to sublet to other people. That's why now the town clerk came up and said, even others don't pay this money to the government. You pay money to them, they run away with money. They don't pay there. At the end, council will come and lock your door. So you're the one suffering, and yet you have already paid abnormal money. Some clique of people up there in the city who have interests here, whom I said they have rooms here, they are resisting. And then this is now the situation which is at hand. We are at the verge of now trying to come up with, waiting for PRN number to pay these rooms, but up there is resistance. That's why we want these people to sort this issue out.
The chairman of the new Arua Taxi Park Traders Union, Idi Yasin, explained to the Arua Central Division leaders his dissatisfaction of the issues pertaining to the rent and electricity costs and the poor security at the new Arua City Taxi Park premises.
There are some people in these offices are trying to play game with the citizens. Mayor, we feel we are cheated, and we feel as if we are foreigners in this country. We are paying and we are voting for this country. We feel our rights has to be given to us. We want to deal direct with the government. We want to pay direct to the council. Not someone is going to pay on behalf of us. They have cheated these people for 4 years now. And again, currently they are threatening them. They come to the shop. I have one evidence. Someone brought yesterday this one. This is how they write. They write 3 million. I want this money. Is this how we do things? We are supposed to pay these houses to the government. but the government has come in agreement with you. So you are now giving the houses to these people. Why don't we sit and agree to give us in fair prices? Instead of coming to me, you pick 700, you go to this one, you pick 500. Why don't the least person who pays there in that spot pays 500, if I'm not lying. But the government rate is 300. Someone will just come into your shop, pay you money for 7 months. The entire facility of the government is staying in darkness. Darkness, no electricity. The power which is there has been subcontracted to an individual person. And this person does his things as he wants. A person who has subcontracted this power is given a power without a receipt. How do you pick 50,000 or 20,000 from someone and you don't give him a receipt? That electricity for the tax part is being used by these people. Why don't they, the central division, give that contract or tender of that power to these people to manage the power themselves? So we are tired of threatening. From today, we have just come to inform you people, we are tired of being threatened. I'm going to authorize them. Each and everyone is going to get a pound at least, put in his counter, when our voice is not listened to.
Draku Amadi, the town clerk, Arua Central Division, Arua City, has emphasized to the traders to pay all their revenue through the integrated revenue administrative system in order to avoid losses.
There's only one account where our revenues are paid. That account is called Integrated Revenue Administration System, IRAS. So the other one, if you want to pay both, first pay ours first. But we don't want you to make losses. You pay there at your own risk. When you pay through IRAS, it goes to Consolidated Fund, Bank of Uganda. You don't touch it. There's a lot of speculation with the mayor that even some of the, if I may say, some of the landlords are selling off, they are disposing of their lockups unless we don't understand the law. Unless you don't understand the law. Those lockups are sitting on lease land. The land that is leased. It's not a customer land ownership kind of thing. It's not a community land. You are also going to buy air.
The Mayor, Arua Central Division, Muzaidi Kemis, urged the traders to pay all their revenue arrears, citing that only 20 million shillings was paid for revenue from the new Arua City Taxi Park in the financial year 2021-2022.
You belong to Central Division. You must pay your taxes to Central Division. Financial year 2021, 2022, 2023, the money we've received from you is 20 million. How do you expect us to repair? How do you expect us to employ security there? How do you expect us to repair the solar panels that are already gone? We must put things in order. You must pay us rent. You must pay us rent. The standards are there. The standards are there. The rooms which are down have their lip prices. The rooms that are up have their prices. People must pay. Don't pay cash to anybody, pay via IRAS. You must pay via integrated information. Pay via IRAS. Don't give money to these people. Don't give money to Jura. Don't give any cash to them. Pay money online. I have directed these two people to close all bank accounts of Central Division, apart from using the IRA system. We pay direct. You are a Bank of Uganda. So no any other account. So Central Division, I don't know whether has account in GFCU. I am going to go to the manager and investigate, because the authority of open accounts must give a recommendation. If you have opened illegal accounts here, we are going to investigate. Go and report threatening violence. Go and report threatening violence. So the issue of taking charge of that security, kind of, as this people come in, for time being, it is our responsibility to reorganize. You reorganize, it is your responsibility to reorganize and have local security men properly to be there.
The rural Central Division leaders have been directed to generate IRAS codes so that the traders can pay their rent arrears to enable effective service delivery. Okumuringa Christine for WestNile Television, Nilecast. And more in our stories, the Minister for Education and Sports, Jenna Museveni, has reiterated the government's dedication to revitalize the traditional schools in West Nile and countrywide, aiming to boost the education sector. This was revealed in a message delivered by the State Minister for Higher Education, Dr. John Muyingo, during the St. Charles Luanga College anniversary, 70th anniversary in Koboko District. Dennis Orengi reports.
The Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, has emphasized that over 9 billion shillings have been allocated for constructing additional seed secondary school to promote the education sector. The message was conveyed by State Minister for Higher Education, Dr. Chrysosom Muyingo. This was during St. Charles Luanga College 70th anniversary in Koboko District.
The establishment of this college by the Catholic Church, by the Comboni Fathers, created a very firm foundation for education in this region. Nobody contests this, and I think you agree with me. It's upon this foundation that the lives of many people, that they are able to be transformed to what they are.
During the event, Chrysostom Muyingo toured the school premises and urged the administrators across the country to foster unity, brotherhood among students, discouraging strikes and any form of bullying within the school.
Is to make sure that you go out in the villages, mobilize all Ugandans to take their children to school. Here we are talking about universal primary education, universal secondary education. Everybody who has the brains to do tertiary level education or university, be assisted to go stay up to the end of the cycle. That's our prayer.
Member of Parliament Koboko Municipality Dr. Charles Ayume urges the people to support government programs aimed at development and maintain peace and security.
So let us embrace unity, peace and tolerance. It hurts me as a leader when I hear that the science lab has been destroyed. These computers given by UCC, given by government, are very expensive. What enters your mind to destroy computers that are to be used by the next generation of people from Koboko? So for me that is unacceptable. To the head teacher, to the OBs, let us try and address the issue of strikes.
Francis Okeny, the head teacher of the college that was at the verge of the collapse due to numerous strikes, says they had to engage with the different stakeholders, including the old boys of the college, in order to revitalize the college.
Where for the last 20 years almost, the school has really been in ruin. So when I came here in February, we set a target that we should get where to start from. And that's why we had to call people from all corners, the old boys, the government, the politicians, the community, the parents, the children, everybody to come on board to begin the journey of revitalizing the mighty St. Charles Luanga College. It has really sent a great message to everybody, and with the pledges that has come from the minister and from government, we are hopeful that the journey to rebuild Luanga has started.
Some of the old boys who joined the celebrations of the 70th anniversary of the college recounts some of the efforts they have been able to make to revive the lost glory of the college.
We want to see the younger generation also shaped much better than we were shaped as old boys. And that is the main reason we're here, to join efforts in the rebuilding and the revitalizing of this great college, to be where it's supposed to be in this country.
We chose this year celebration of 70 years deliberately.
Just like
because we want it to act as a catalyst for our revitalization efforts. For the last 2 years, as the old boys and as the new bog, where I am, we had been putting a lot of strategies to see how we can change the face of this school.
However, Kasiano Wadri Ezati, former legislator who is also an old boy of the college, warns government against making the college a mixed college and commits that they will not allow this to happen.
Any attempt to expand this school by inclusion of girls will make the remains of the late Father Chifaldi Francis stand in the graves, and we will not allow it. We want this school to remain the way it is. These were schools created for a purpose, and since the missionaries were the ones who established these schools, you even see right from here, St. Charles Lwanga College, Koboko, only for boys. St. Joseph's College, Laibi, is for boys in Igulu. St. Joseph's College, Ombachi, is for boys in Arua. St. Aloysius College for boys is in Nyapea. So we are not ready to just kill our tradition because of expansion.
After 70 years, the old boys used today to launch the college magazine dubbed Koboko Times that will contribute greatly in telling the stories about St. Charles Lwanga College Koboko. Dennis Oringi, WestNile Television, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. Aurora Regional Referral Hospital Administration has devised mechanisms of curbing down cases of theft of government drugs at the facility. This has been communicated following a case in which a health worker was red-handedly arrested at the point of exporting drugs worth 7 million shillings parked in a dustbin over the perimeter fence. Frederick Dramadri reports.
For decades, cases of drug theft at Aurora Regional Referral Hospital have persisted even after several health workers were finger-pointed at over the matter. Now, the hospital administration and the hospital management board are tracking the individuals behind the scene and have unveiled several mechanisms to rescue government drug from entering into individual drug shops or even sold in open markets. Dr. Samuel Kunzi, the chairperson of Hospital Management Board, says the cases of drug theft at the referral hospital have been immensely evidenced in the recent past.
The workers there became so clever that they knew how to cover the space that they had taken the drugs from. And eventually, when we caught them, we found drugs being carried with rubbish. There was nothing in the rubbish bin but drugs. But they would cover it as if it was rubbish, and they would take it to the rubbish pit. Of course, they would not pour it. Somebody was waiting there. So that was a welcome, and it happened in my presence. It's not something that I had. It happened that day when I was here. So they called me, they said, you see, we have found a rubbish bin full of drugs. Drugs of almost 70 million was in the bin. And we brought the drugs back. And I told these people to remove that man from here. And this is what we're discussing today. The man was not removed from the list. The man was not removed.
On the other hand, Dr. Alex Santema, the hospital director at Regional Referral Hospital, reveals that they already have several parameters that have been established to ensure maximum security.
Now, the security issue generally in the hospital. When I came, one of the things was that because due to the loss of the ambulance, some of the security people were interdicted. Security officers. That really made security be very difficult. But now they have been reabsorbed. So we have fair better numbers of security. But the fencing is still incomplete. There is a very big part of the hospital which is not fenced. So, but we don't have fence at the moment. We have all this in plan. The master plan includes that. So the moment we get funds, adequate funds, we will complete the fence.
According to a reliable information obtained from the hospital, 7 staff of the facility have faced disciplinary actions in events of misconduct and abuse of office last financial year. Frederick Dramadri, WestNile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, the Uganda Police Force is informing the general public that road operations to impound dangerous mechanical condition motor vehicles, motorcycles and motorists will begin on the 19th of July 2023. Take a look. Superintendent of Police Michael Kananura, the Police Public Relations Officer in charge of Traffic and Road Safety Directorate, is informing the general public that road operations to impound dangerous mechanical condition motor vehicles and motorcycles will begin on the 19th of July 2023 countrywide. Michael Kananura made this statement after a sensitization meeting with road users on safety tips and measures with a team headed by the Police Commissioner in charge of Operations Enforcement, Traffic and Road Safety Directorate, Senior Superintendent of Police Mubangizi Ben.
Starting actually from tomorrow, this is going to be the entire country. We are opening a war on all vehicles and other motor vehicles being used on the roads which are not in good mechanical condition. So whosoever has a vehicle that is not fit to be on the road, please better work on your car before you are arrested. So we are starting these operations probably tomorrow, and to crack down all these vehicles which are not fit to be on roads or vehicles in dangerous mechanical condition. So they are not supposed to be on roads because they have also been part of causes of accidents on our roads. The motorcycles, those ones has been ongoing, but basically now we want to look at the vehicles in dangerous mechanical conditions. But when we talk of vehicles, it also includes and means the motorcycles on roads or other vehicles using engines which operate on roads. So meaning in this we also talk about the tuk-tuk or the tricycle. These are motorcycles with three tires because they're also on roads. So if they are not fit to be on roads, either they don't have tires or they don't have lights, they don't have indicators, they are old. All those are likely to cause accidents on roads. So they will all be impounded for not being fit to be on roads. More operations on borders, we carry them on often. We don't have to choose a particular time to do this. We do it often. I think almost weekly, on a weekly basis, we do these operations. And now here, basically, we are calling upon them, and that's why we are meeting them. They must know that a helmet, really, it protects them. A reflector, it helps them. It does not help a traffic officer. So we are calling upon, and at the time people see us come to sensitize, then they know that what we follow are operations. So before operations catch you up, let the information that we have come here to disseminate, let it have an impact. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. We have an expense penalty scheme, which is for 60,000. And meanwhile, when the vehicle is parked, because you're not allowed to reuse it until when it is worked upon to the satisfaction of the inspector of vehicles. Or else, according to the discretion of the police officer, they can also opt to take you on to courts of law, and then you're also fined.
Michael Kananura is urging the general public to make road safety a priority by observing all traffic and road rules.
We are here trying to sensitize the communities to improve the drivers of all kinds of riders. We have taxi operators, we have bus drivers and owners and pedestrians. Actually, every person is a road user. And we are engaging these communities in as far as sensitizations is concerned. In particular, we are looking at road safety tips and measures, and we are also saying that road safety is everyone's responsibility. What is the role of other people other than the traffic? What must they do on roads for us to curb down the rampant accidents? It is true that accidents are claiming lives of people on a daily basis. So 2022, we were losing on a daily basis 12 people. So we are looking at how best we can curb down these accidents through sensitization. Communities, drivers, and other road users are blaming the police, especially traffic, every now and then. And yet they are also forgetting what they're supposed to be doing. When you look at the common causes of these accidents, it is speeding and careless driving and distracted driving on roads. And who is affected? It is the drivers, it is the road users, the pedestrians, the motorcyclists. So what must they do? Because they are the ones driving or riding beyond the prescribed speed limits. So they must know that when they get to the roads, they must observe all the road rules and regulations.
According to the Police Statistics 2022, 12 people die daily due to road accidents. The Uganda Police Force is therefore placing measures of sensitization of road users and road operations so as to curb down the increasing cases of road accidents countrywide. Okumuringa Christine for WestNile Television, Nilecast. And more in our stories. Traders from Paida Main Market dealing in food produce business have accused the market due collectors for exorbitant charges on their commodities. The tenderer of the market, Shaida Nakazi Farmers Center, declined to comment on the allegations but advised the vendors to always follow the right procedure to put their claims. Alfred Jawok reports.
Traders from Paida Main Market dealing in food produce businesses have accused market due collectors over exorbitant charges on their commodities. Jeros Ashirshan, chairperson Paida Vendors Association, who deals in beans business from the market, revealed that the new tenderer overcharges them and most of the vendors no longer come to pay the market because of overcharging. Alfred Wanichan, a banana seller from Jangokoro sub-county, says the previous tenderer was friendly to the vendors as they could not charge too much money on 4 bunches of bananas.
Lembe ma an abira nenu re itenda ma mira chen mubedi kum aligicha gibedi terwe idugang ibe maber mando ke kawayo la bolu matuch angwen chalo ko gare inwangu goli ke tuo moki daga bichi aya moku ke inwangu geweku yuwa achen yario gapi ngolo moku silingeli pario wila bola ngwen tenda mulo kreka woni ma ngati mutingu tenda ma eni kawone ke tiwila bolu angwen makani ya ku gari magari ende o dungol risilenge lipobora wan kede wana picha mokane mi po ide en moloro la bolu kawone moloro la bolu en wabachini makula bolu rizo ku gi ya ka ki kakane gi yuko makula bolu bor eni kawone ni transport obechamwa gotelwa du moloro la bolu gari du bechwalwa igo duchakuto alwe go na gak aluda ayuda gi kwa posente zingili gi inwangu na kawone ni body god kende uchemiselinge elipa angwen nyabosie kawone ni produce wila bola ngwen silinge elipa reo kawone woki doga dungo elipa bora eno kuloka ngomo bechote mo.
Another banana vendor, Gilbert Uyenkeo, added that they are being overcharged by both the town council authorities and the tenderer. He says they get bananas from our market, Zeu and Jangokoro respectively, as they pay double produce fees to pay the town council and market dues. He further said, coupled with the low sales of banana in the market, many vendors have opted to sell their produce from Ayodam, Okeyu, and Pakwach respectively. Meanwhile, Eric Aure, revenue officer by the town council, refuted the allegations, saying the tenderer is using the approved receipt and guidelines issued by the town council. He blames the vendors for not engaging leaders on the issues affecting them. He promised to follow up the matter so that they talk to the tenderer.
Our work is to serve our people. And the council does not do business with its people. We are supposed to serve the people, and we are guided by the law. Everything we do is guided by the law. The allegation that has come, which is coming from the vendors in the market, it could be lack of understanding or else lack of knowing where those rates are coming from. If they knew, they would not have mentioned those complaints. Otherwise, every financial year, these revenue sources are tendered. The market is tendered to different individuals, and it is the individual who works on the behalf of council. And he works using our document. One, the receipt comes from the council. The receipt that they use there is not of the person who has tendered the market, is of by the town council. And the rates that they charge is not of that person who has tendered the market. The rate comes from the council. And it's not from council alone, because as a district, they came up with a uniform charge policy, and that charge sheet that is given to the person who has tendered the market. So he uses that. That means that if that person complaint goes to any other market within the district, you'll find the same rates. So I feel it could be maybe lack of understanding, or as lack of not knowing exactly what has happened. Maybe they think that the new person has come. It should be some mindset issue. Otherwise, we are being guided by the law. We have a uniform charge policy, and that's the charge policy that we use. And back on our side, to want to be something good, to really stress our people by charging exorbitantly. And it's our responsibility, because every time we move in the market, to follow up. Are they using the charge sheet we have given them? That's what we do as council.
The tenderer of the market, Shidanakazi Farmer Center, declined to comment on the allegations, but advised the vendors to always follow the right procedure to put their claims by the market is conducted every Wednesday and Saturday, and attracts traders from Arua, Zombo, Nebi, Pakwach, Gulu, Boyale, and Lira, among others. Alfred Jawok, WestNile TV, Nilecast.
And more in our stories, local businesses in the Choli sub-region are now embracing the electronic fiscal receipting and invoicing system, which have been introduced by the Uganda Revenue Authority to improve on the tax compliance, reduce on tax evasion, and improve on record keeping of businesses. Stephen Okello from Gulu reports.
At the beginning, in 2020, local business in the Choli sub-region have been hesitant in adopting the use of electronic fiscal receipting and invoicing system. IFRIS. But e-receipt Younger campaign by Uganda Revenue Authority is bringing everything to life.
Why should you ask for an e-receipt when you buy an item?
It's for proof. If I buy anything, of course I need proof that I've bought it.
Wherever the campaign comes, it leaves people with joy, as those who have been using the IFRIS go back home with something.
People, we're running out of time,
The e-receipt Younger campaign have made the dream of Serotich Veni comes true.
I've been struggling actually to buy a phone, but the money is too little for me. The salary goes to school fees and feeding, so I'm so excited to see that I've at least gotten a phone that I didn't expect. I was planning to go back and finalize with my diploma, so I think this phone is going to help me a lot.
It was an evening to remember as Ambrose Omara received a call from URA, calling him to come back and pick the motorbike he won after using e-receipts.
I have waited patiently. Vision, oh, I believe. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Omara says, for many years of paying taxes, the e-receipt Younger campaign have given back to him as a passion, a brand new motorcycle.
And it's going to help me to improve my business, because I'm a businessman. Yes, I've been paying taxes for many years. Yes.
Catherine Ayo, the station manager URA Gulu, says the campaign is meant to encourage the local to demand for receipts when purchasing things from supermarkets and other local business places.
To encourage taxpayers as they're buying products and services from shops, supermarkets, they ask for e-receipts. These receipts are very key in our assessment of taxes in this country. Yes, the campaign is to encourage that each time they go to buy something, they get a receipt for themselves. Yeah, as a business record on their side, and also on the side of URA, get the correct revenue when these taxpayers file their returns.
The introduction of IFRIS has improved on the revenue performance in the region because the taxpayers are now getting to know their obligations. Stephen Okello for WestNile Television, Nilecast.
And more in our stories. Pakwach local government leaders have issued a partial quarantine on all meat, prohibiting buying, selling, and movement of goat, cattle, and all their products until further notice. This comes after the district declared an outbreak of contagious bovine pneumonia among goats and cattle. Stanley Watum reports.
Pakwach District Local Government on Wednesday, 19th July 2023, announced a partial quarantine on meat across the district. This comes after the district declared the outbreak of the contagious bovine pneumonia among goats and cattle following series of tests conducted throughout the district. As a report that RDC, Pakwach announced the enforcement of the law in the sub-counties of Panyimur Town Council, Panyimur Sub-County, Pakwach Sub-County, Alui Sub-County, and Panyango Sub-County, declaring it with immediate effect.
We have imposed a partial quarantine in the following sub-counties: Panyimur Town Council, Panyimur Sub-County, Pakwach Sub-County, Alui Sub-County, and Panyango Sub-County. These directives will take immediate effect today.
Ashile Tribe, the Deputy RDC Pakwach, asked the various stakeholders to put sincere hearts in enforcing the law, saying whoever will bend the law, they will deal with them.
The 5 sub-counties have been exempted and they are in quarantine. You will hear somebody from Alui going to pick a letter in town council in order to hide. This one we do not want. They have issued directives, follow them as they are. Those ones who will bend them, for us we shall come for you.
Dalil Arake Moses, the Chief Administrative Officer Pakwach, said the measures are temporary. Therefore, he appealed to the various stakeholders to ensure that the laws are put in force so as to contain the disease in short time.
It's a measure that is temporary. We appeal to all stakeholders who have roles to play to enforce the quarantine so that we contain this disease within short time.
Omito Robert Steen, the LC5 Pakwach District, emphasized the poor conduct of the staffs that make the people run away from them. He further urged them to be united during this time without segregation of color or political parties.
I don't want to see a scenario where my people begin to run away from staffs who are meant to support them to grow in development. This requires a collateral effort without speaking any language of color, because you know what it means.
In this meeting that was attended by the LC3 chairpersons, GISOs, veterinary officers, councillors among others, it was decided that during this partial quarantine, buying, selling and movement of goats and cattle and their products is temporarily abolished till further notice. Stanley Marcus Watum, WestNile TV, Nilecast.
with that, viewer, we've come to the end of the Nilecast on WestNile Television. Thank you for being with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast, only on WestNile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name is Okumringa Christine. Have a good day.